Hey guys, I'm Luis Moreno here with Simply Health Insurance Agency. One of my subscribers asked me a good question. I'm going to show you the question that he asked me. Do I have any videos, or can I say, what is my opinion of someone new to selling insurance, picking P&C, life or health, and why I choose ACA? Very good question. Next one is whether I think this is a sustainable niche of insurance for the next 40 years. And the third one is I saw a podcast P&C agent saying they don't want to sell health insurance because it's a difficult monster. Can you elaborate? I wouldn't mind if this is true. I like a career with higher barrier to entry and the compensation compared to life or P&C. Really good questions. All right, before I hop into addressing the answers to these questions, or at least giving you my opinions on these questions, I want you to do a few things. First thing I want you to do, like the video, okay? Post a comment on there. I answer every single comment. I don't have anybody else doing it. I do it. So hit me up. I'd like to see your responses on it. And please, 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 I'm really trying to grow this channel. Subscribe to my channel. If you have, thank you so much. And also spread the word to your colleagues, because I'm posting a lot of content for ACA and Medicare agents. All right, so let's address question number one. Question number one, your opinion on someone new agent to selling P&C, life, and health. All right, so let's get into that. So P&C, I've been doing P&C for over 20 years. It is great. It used to be even better back in the day, but now it's become such a commodity. There's little to no loyalty from customers. We do have some customers that stick with us. I love them. They love my staff. They really don't know me because my staff takes care of them very, very well. But P&C is huge. Here is the problem that is happening to our industry right now. And that is customers are shopping online. They literally will leave you for $1. So it's really, really tough. That's number one. Number two is the appetite for insurance companies is shrinking. They don't want a lot of business, okay? Some of them have limits on values of homes that they want, okay? Those are getting smaller, that the insurance companies don't want that much exposure. Secondly, you see a lot of companies pulling out of areas. Third, you're seeing commissions shrink, okay? So we're getting reduced commissions. So it's making our life in the P&C world difficult, but yet there's a lot of customers out there that need our help. Okay, so if you can deal with all that, it's not a bad thing. Okay, customers are going to leave you. You've got to really try to keep ahead of that game. With the amount that's leaving you, as long as you're writing that same amount or more, then your paycheck is getting better and better. Now, the good thing is with what's happening to the industry in the P&C side, rates are going up, and they're just not going up for one company. They're going up across the board. So what's happening is, yes, rates are getting more expensive for our customers, but we get paid a commission based on that premium. So the premiums are going up. Our commissions, they're either percentage is either the same or possibly shrinking, but we're making more on that higher premium. So in the grand scheme of things, we're not really going backwards. Okay. The other deal is, if you're a producing agent with an insurance company, you're doing just fine. It's the ones that are non-producing that are having trouble. Okay. So P&C, if you're doing it, great. If you're thinking about doing it, partner up with a good company. Okay. That's it. And somebody with a manager, somebody that can teach you, hold your hand, and support you. Now, life insurance is essential. Okay. You got to have it. All right. People out there need to have life insurance. I'm looking at getting more, even though I'm worth more dead than alive. I still want to have more life insurance. Okay. There's a lot of need for the life insurance product, not only in the fact that it's going to provide a benefit, a death benefit for your survivors, for your beneficiaries, but also there's living benefits to these policies. Retirement, you can set up money into these accounts, have it grow deferred, and then when you pull it out, and depending if you pull it out right, you may not pay taxes on that money. So there's a lot of need for life insurance. Problem with life insurance, it's really a sale. It's not a need. So you got to be really, really good at it. I like cross-selling it. I don't lead with life insurance. That could be a problem with me. It's why I don't have a lot of lifestyles, but I cross-sell it. So I lead with other products and then I cross-sell the life insurance. All right. So definitely got to have it in your portfolio. Now, health insurance is the need, whether it's for people under 65 and you're talking ACA and or Medicare, people who are 65 and over, 99% of the time. You do have people under 65 with a disability that have Medicare, and those people need our products. They either need a Medicare supplement attached with a prescription drug plan, or they need a Medicare Advantage. Okay, so all those are needs. Very easy to sell because you're just literally presenting a product and you're letting them make a choice. Okay, they must have it. Now, why do I choose ACA? I don't just choose ACA. I choose P&C. I've got a powerful agency, 9 staff. It is my bread and butter. It's my staple. It is everything else is built around it. So I have P&C. But when I get into it right now as a new agent, it's a little tough right now. So just kind of, think about that. Number 2, life insurance. Life insurance, especially in the final expense world, tough, in my opinion. Okay, a lot of guys are making great money in it. Again, I wouldn't go straight as a life insurance agent. Okay, I think that's a hard living, at least that's coming from me. Okay, I would focus on more needs and then cross-sell the life insurance. So you definitely want to have it in your portfolio. And then third, why do I choose health insurance? Why do I choose ACA and Medicare? Their needs, they're easy. I have a huge book of business. All right. Now, I'm not your typical Medicare agent, nor am I a very high producer. I've been doing this for a long time. I've got a good book of Medicare clients. I maintain it. And mainly what I do is my annual production is enough to cover what I'm losing. Okay. Now, I don't go out there and market like typical Medicare agents. I don't buy leads. I don't go out and work senior centers, all the typical, normal, grassroots, and of course, direct mail leads that agents buy. I just don't do that. I mainly work my books. Okay. Which books do I work? I work my P&C book. Okay. My P&C book that is aging into Medicare is where I get most of my leads. What also has become very, very good for me is my ACA book. I've got over 3,000 clients with my ACA book. And of those 3,000, a lot of them are aging into Medicare. And so I help write their Medicare policy. I take them off Obamacare, ACA, and I put them into Medicare. So all these products are kind of, they're all tied together. So it is a huge, well-oiled machine for me. And it's taken a lot of years to make all these components work together. Now, ACA, I do go out there and I market. I do a lot of social media marketing. We have a class right now that is, and this is only going to last till October the 15th. So if you're watching this video later, it's full price. But I get about 90% of my leads from social media. I post ads for Obamacare. I get them. I write their ACA policies. We did a little over 1,400 new applications last year, a total of about $400,000 in commissions annualized. And that's not counting all the other stuff that I sold. So I do focus very, very heavy on ACA marketing because I use that to build my Medicare book. I use that to build my life book. I use that to build my P&C book because we cross-sell those people property and casualty. I go after their auto. I go after their home. I go after their commercial. Okay. In fact, yesterday, one of my ACA clients called me. Hey, she's opening up a new barbershop. Do I know of anybody that can help her with getting a small commercial policy? I'm like, yes, I do. I'll be right over. Went over there, wrote her a small business owner's policy along with a work comp policy. Super, super easy to do. So again, that helps answer question number 1. So I would say if you are a new agent, it's very hard to do all of these. Okay. I would pick one. The quickest and the easiest entry, I think, is ACA. All you need to do is have your life and health license, mainly your health. You get contracts. If you're in a federal state, then you just do one certification. If you're in a state-based exchange like California, Colorado, and there's about 14 other ones, I think, you have to do their particular certifications and use their platforms. And then you just go out there and try to hustle to bring in clients. Okay. If you are like, no, I don't know where to go, definitely go buy our course. It's a $500 discount right now. So you get it for $997. I will post the link down below. All right. Question number 2. Do I think this is a sustainable niche over the next 40 years? I would assume that this person is referring to ACA. 40 years, I have no idea. Okay. Changes are going to happen. All right. Here's the positive thing. Whatever it changes to, we'll adapt and start selling whatever it changes to. That's all I can say. Okay. I do try to capitalize on my ACA sales. I don't expect the income forever. Okay. I mean, there always could be changes. So what I do is whatever income I get right now, I invest it. I get out of debt. I paid off my home. I have a beautiful brand new dream home. Just paid it off in 2 years. So I not only am I getting out of debt, or have I gotten out of debt, but number 2 is I use it to build my my investments. Build a good real estate portfolio. I've built a good retirement. And at this point, if they took it away, I'd be like, oh, well, no big deal. But I don't anticipate that happening. I do not. Okay. So Trump administration tried to dismantle ACA. They did not. They couldn't. They did get rid of the individual mandate. They did shorten the enrollment period. Outside of that, we still have the product. Okay. And I don't know of any other person that hated Obamacare more than that guy. Okay. So if he couldn't destroy it, then I don't think anybody else. The problem is it didn't have an alternative. It was just, let's just kill it for the sake of killing it. Okay. And there was no other alternative. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere. If it does happen to go anywhere else, it gets dismantled, it gets destroyed, they'll have an alternative that we can sell. I think I think in our world, maybe it's called political risk. Just deal with it and we'll just move on to the product that's going to replace it, and we'll sell that. Maybe because Medicare for all. Well, that would be great because we'll be setting Medicare policies. We'll be doing med subs and prescription drug plans or Medicare Advantage plans for everybody. And we'll make money doing that. So who knows what's going to happen? All right, let's go to the third question. Third question here is, I saw a podcast with an agent, a P&C agent, that says it's a difficult monster. So I will tell you this. All right, I'm a P&C agent. I've been a farmer's insurance agent for over 20 years. So many of my colleagues do not want to get into health insurance. They have the assumption that it is difficult. And these guys like to stay in one lane. Okay. Now, our lane in the P&C world is a multi-lane lane. Okay. So we've got to sell auto insurance. We've got to sell home insurance. We got to sell life insurance. We got to sell commercial insurance. And there's so many variations of commercial. There's general liability. There's business owners policies. There's work comp. There's commercial auto. There's bonds that need to be done. There's excess or umbrellas. I mean, the P&C lane is a beast. So a lot of agents stay in that lane. Nothing wrong with it. So here comes ACA, Medicare, like, no. I don't want to mess with those two. Too difficult. And it possibly can be. Maybe they don't have the staff to handle that. Maybe they're running a small shop and they're so overwhelmed with this because P&C is very service intensive. Okay. It is huge. I have 9 people to manage. I think we're like over 4,000 or 5,000 clients. 9 people. It's a big amount of payroll. And I need those people because of the servicing. Our phones are ringing off the hook. I need ID cards, mortgagee changes, people buying new houses, people trading in the car, selling a car, claims, billing. Oh my God, billing is always an issue. And so it is a beast. So that's probably why a lot of P&C agents will say, no, I don't want to stay. I don't want to get into these other lines of business because you got to be able, you got to have the brain capacity to handle your lane and those lanes. Those lanes aren't just service free. Now, compared to P&C, God, I look at auto, I look at Medicare, and I look at ACA, hardly any service, hardly. I have one guy full-time that helps me manage these 2 books. And I've got about 1,000 Medicare clients, and I have over 3,000 ACA clients. One guy, and me. I don't do very much. I just direct calls to him. But it's crazy how a lot of P&C guys will think, no, hell no, I'm not going to get into that. It's too complicated. Now, if you decide to get into the field of health insurance, well, this is an opportunity. Go to these guys that think these two things, Medicare and ACA, are monsters, and help them. Become a resource for them. Maybe a partner in their business, because these insurers are going to go get good somewhere. And think about me. You can use me as an example. Hey, if they go to Luis is going to try to do everything. He's going to get their ACA. He may get their Medicare, but he's going to go after their P&C, and you may lose a client. So you may want to partner up with them and say, look, I'll help you. I will help these insureds with their Medicare or their ACA. I'll even give you a referral or split commissions with you because they have a license, and I'll cross-sell for you. If they only have one line of business, maybe they only have auto insurance, I will help cross-sell the home and put those leads on your desk. I'll cross-sell the life and I'll put those leads on your desk. Maybe they have home only. Well, I'll try to cross-sell the auto, try to create a bundle to save them money, and I'll put those leads on your desk, Mr. P&C agent. So think about partnering with a P&C guy. Okay. So I hope that answers your question. I think I had nailed it. All right. I do think the ACA, the health insurance world, is vibrant. I think there's a lot of agents out there that are doing the right thing, but I also think there's a very, very small segment that makes our life as good agents hard because they're just doing stuff that's not right. Okay. And if you're wondering, well, how hard is it to become a Medicare agent? It's way harder to become a Medicare agent than it is an ACA agent. For Medicare, you have got to get your life and health. You've got to get AHIP certified, which is a pretty big certification test that you've got to take and score a 90 or better. And then you have to get certified with every carrier that you're going to offer. Okay. And then there's a ton of compliance with Medicare. Okay. If you're face-to-face, you don't need to record your calls. If you're doing anything other than face-to-face, you have to record your conversation, your entire sales conversation. Secondly, you have to present compliantly, and you definitely must do your job as an agent. You must get your you do your job in finding a plan for these insureds, and that is checking docs and checking the formulary, checking the prescription list. So you've got to do a lot of that. But it's not that, it's really not that hard. We've got a new rule this year where we have a 48-hour rule for the scope. You have to capture this permission, which we call a scope, to talk to a senior about whatever they check off. And you got to wait 48 hours unless it's an inbound call, unless it's a walk-in, or number three, it is within 4 days of the end of a election period. Okay. So, again, a lot more rules in the Medicare world. In the ACA, we do have one new rule, and that is we have to get a consent to a permission to enroll. Okay, you have to enroll. There's permission to enroll, permission to search, and service the account. Okay, so you've got to get some consent from the insurers to do that. But other than that, it's not bad. Business is great. A lot of money potential. I tell agents, ACA and Medicare are about the same amount of money. Okay, depending on your contract, depending on your state, and depending on the carrier. Okay, so here's some simple math. If you have 100 ACA clients, or if you have 100 Medicare clients, you're going to make about $30,000 a year in annualized commissions. So start doing your math on there. If you've got 400 of those clients, you're looking at a 5-figure renewal check every month. I don't know about you guys, but that's probably a lot of money to relax on. Okay. So there's agents that are doing we did 1,400 ACAs in 2.5 months. Just think about those numbers. And I'm not a super agent, guys. I'm a regular agent just like you guys, but I hustle my butt off. Okay. I spent a little over $50,000 in ad costs with Facebook and Instagram. Okay. I spent money on a staff member, another $50,000, but that's for the whole year, not during that period. You can hire work, you can part-time it. And then what you can do is after the season's over, you can let those people go or keep them. It's up to you. You can hire virtual assistants to help you out. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of ways to make money in this business. Hope that helps you out. Guys, down below, I will have the link for the Facebook course if you want to purchase it. I will have the link. I have my ACA 101 course. I have my Smartbooks. I have my agent CRM, which is my primary tool that I use to communicate with all of my clients, all of my leads. and it helps me tremendously with not only cross sells, but also E&O prevention. Got to think about that. You got to save your conversations. Agent CRM will save recorded calls, your text messages, and your emails to your clients. You must have those. All right, guys, don't forget, like my video, comment, I will answer. And number 3, please, please, please subscribe and spread the word about me. Thank you.